I would like to next invite Mr. Naseem Sadiq from Epic Lanka to make his presentation. Uh, Naseem, over to you.
Hi everyone. Yes, thanks, Mr. Navan. I'll be taking in for Naseem since he's a bit unavailable for today. So I'm actually Darshani Costa from Epic Technology Group. So I'll quickly run through what our company has to offer and basically the different services that we have. Before we begin, I hope I'm audible to everybody. All right. Okay. So in terms of our company or the Epic Technology Group, we are looking at or we have our services in different operating verticals spanning across banking, insurance, e-government, automation, content management, where we have clients across all of these different segments that we really look into. So collectively, we have been in the industry for over 24 years. And everybody, in terms of all the solutions that we do, it's all done or we take in homegrown talents in order to create and distribute our solutions. And also, since we are working in a very confined or in a very sensitive space, we also have different certifications that we have to adhere to. So our company is all standardized and conforms to all of these different certifications that are available in the market. So in terms of the accolades, we are very honored and quite humble to be. We have got a number of awards from MBQSA and also APICTA, where we have basically represented the company in both local as well as an international domain, competing with some of the biggest or the best IT vendors out there, winning these different awards and adding that into our awards, our set of awards and qualifications. So our different solutions that we have worked with in the different industries, they have all been represented in a local as well as an international space in order to get the recognition and get the awards. These are all our certifications in BQSA as well as APICTA awards. So here we were quite humbled and privileged to get our company as well as our country also recognized in one of the largest competitions that you have in the Asian or the Asia Pacific regions called APICTA, where we managed to bag a gold award for our solution. So in terms of the various different solutions that we work in, we look at POS solutions, e-commerce, m-commerce. So this is like a snapshot view of the various different solution verticals that we work with. So these are mostly things that you possibly have worked with before also. As a banking customer, when you talk about QR codes or your usual mobile commerce applications or e-commerce, you always transact, but behind the scenes, you wouldn't know the company that's working in order to process and sort of route these transactions. That's where it comes in. So we also managed to get an award in the AIA Sri Lanka Hackathon Challenge for our eKYC solution. So this is basically your know your customer solutions that you would work with in order to authenticate yourself prior to onboarding your accounts onto applications. So that entire application journey is also something that we work with. So this is a snapshot view of all the different solutions, all the way from your payment gateway, in which you would do an online payment, to your access control server, your authentication solutions, your insurance-led solutions, QR, SMS banking, and alerting solutions. So all of these have basically been also recognized in certain awards and certain ceremonies that have been taking place. But this is also something that we work with in your everyday lives. in order to promote and basically route transactions, do all the processing part. So this is our application areas. In terms of a bigger view, an overall view from all the way from what you would usually work with, your impulses, your e-commerce, your mobile applications. So this entire view of things we are really experienced in and we have knowledge in. So in terms of your transaction processing, your transaction capabilities, to the routing, the banking experience that you would work with in terms of getting all of these things set up for a bank is along with the different certification is also something that we look alongside. So this is basically like a huge journey where Epic gets involved at every step of the journey. So now that you know where our solutions are, you might be thinking, how are these things branded? So all the way from your free meet, your nation's trust, banking applications, DFCC, pay app, all of these, the backbone or the basically your processing engine is all Epic run, where we do all the transaction pooling and processing in order for the transactions to complete, especially in the banking and financial space. So this is a snapshot view of all the logos and the brands that we work with, all the way from banks in Malaysia, Maldives, to even local banks. These are the logos that we always work and we collaborate with in order to improve their solutions and also introduce to them new ones. So in terms of landmarks that we have, so we were the first in the world to be certified against our solutions, some of our solutions, and we were the first digital banking application to be among the best digital financial service providers in the Asia Pacific regions. So likewise, our solutions have certain promises, or we have managed to achieve certain landmarks across the solutions that we have. So even in the e-government, so it's not only banking and financial that we work with, we also have a presence in the e-government space. So our solutions there too have certain awards or accolades that we have collected over the years. This is a snapshot of those. So that's a bit about our company and what it essentially has to offer. So just to summarize, we work across banking, financial space, and also the government, looking at various different solutions across the entire overview of things. So our company is a fully homegrown, or our solutions are all fully homegrown, boasting about a portfolio of at least 25 to 30 plus products that really work in a broader context to things, giving light or giving solutions, improving the processes around the things that we work with in our ordinary lives. So from the entire broader view of things to your everyday lives, Epic solutions really work on the background in order to process and complete things that you would do. So that being said, I'll quickly give over to um, Rahul, who will be completing the tech talk. So he's from our technical team, and he'll basically give you a broader view of, or give you an understanding about the technicalities and the technical aspect of things. Over to you, Rahul.
Thank you, Dilshani. Okay, good morning, guys. Okay, I can see a lot of participants are here with us today. So first of all, I hope you all already have an idea of Epic and the products that we have, because I'm pretty sure my colleague Dilshani might have given you all a wonderful briefing. So now I will be covering the technical stuffs. I mean the tools and the technologies that we are using in order to bring our well-engineered products into the table. So I'm Rahul Satish, and I'm the solution architect at Epic Lanka, and I'm the 8 years industry experience. And all right, so in Epic, we have both generic and customized products are there. And I don't I don't want to cover, I'm not going to cover all the products in this session. So, but I have to highlight few products. The first one is a credit card management system and the debit card management system. We are calling as a card management system. It's qualified as a best product in MBQSA, and also branchless banking solution. It won the overall gold at Epicta. And the EKYC also, which is qualified for the overall gold at the competition, which is conducted by AIA Insurance. For more details, you can visit our corporate website, and the link is here. So let's dive into the standards and the principles that we are following to ensure quality and the best products. The efficiency, the maintainability, dependability in time, within budget. These are the main principles and protocols that we are strictly following to deliver the best product. So these are the best attributes for when we are considering the software product architecture. So you can, you have to follow these steps. Okay, and also I think you might already know about these things, but anyways, about the software development lifecycle methodologies. Basically, we are following agile practices to develop product or services as an iterative approach. And also we are following waterfall methodology for certain primitive products. These are the application contexts that our products contain. The first one is a web application. So the web application, in the sense, we are providing a web application for the enterprise industry. So that web application acts as a heartbeat or the admin panel in so many places. And also we are providing some internet banking kind of things with interactive and dynamic web pages with fancy UIs. And API, we have the API suites. So we are exposing our product specific data to other vendors or other softwares. And the mobile application, in the sense, we are developing both Android and iOS applications as well. Have you used, I think so you might know about the Freemi and Neos applications. And as long ago, we have developed Windows applications as well, but now only we are considering iOS and Android applications. The first applications, we have the C POS and the Linux POS and the Android POS as well. And also we have the ATM softwares also. And other than these application systems, we do have IoT products and devices like SIPE and gas leak detector as well. So let's dive into the technical stuff. Basically, in the technical stack, we are mainly using languages, libraries, frameworks, and the tools. So can someone answer what is library? Anyone has an idea on that? Okay, so it's a collection of pre-written code that we can reuse to optimize our task. And also we are mainly using the Java frameworks. So frameworks are like a template or the skeleton that we can reuse. So that reduce the overhead for the developers and the cost and the time as well. So let's imagine if you are searching for the best tool in the market that would help you to develop an application easier, faster, and better than anything. Yes, Java is always there for us with a large number of frameworks, and most importantly, most of the Java frameworks are free and open source. So based on the statistics, 45 billion of active Java virtual machines are running around the world, and also 25 billion of Java cloud virtual machines are active Java cloud virtual machines are running around the world. So the JSF frameworks we are using with the reusable UI components and the Apache Struts1 and Struts2 for the primitive projects, that provides a better separation of concern. With the better separation of concern, we can segregate the presentation layer and the business layer, and some interactive and dynamic web pages. We are using Warding framework. For the database connectivity, we are using so many projects. We are using Hibernate framework. It's an object relation model tool, as you all know, that maps the Java object with the data which is stored in the database. So it is easy to connect any kind of database because we are familiar with all the databases in the industry. So that we are using the Hibernate, and Spring also we are using. Spring is a powerful and lightweight and most popular framework among developers for its speed and simplicity. And also it is easy to set up and configure and run, which makes Java quicker, easier, and safe to use as well. It simplifies the integration with other frameworks like JPA and Hibernate and Struct as well. So for that, we are using the Java frameworks for the web development. And we are using some scripting frameworks like JavaScripting frameworks and libraries as well. Some internet application, rich internet application, we are using the React and Angular. We have the call center modules. For that, we are giving the interactive interfaces with Vue.js. For the runtime environment, we are using the Node.js as well. So for the mobile development, all the projects which is built on top of the Java and Kotlin for the Android based projects, Android basic applications, and we have developed iOS application by using Objective-C and Swift as well. Those are the technologies we have used model view presenter and model view model architecture. But when we consider the Flutter, we are using Flutter clean architecture. So write once and run anywhere theories we are following. So the code base is one. So once we write, we are building the projects on top of the OS that we require. So we have some ATM and post development as well. So for the post development, we are using the C language and C# for the desktop application and the ATM application as well. For some backend modules, we are using backend services, or the backend standalone application, we are using the Spring Boot. So these are the databases that currently we are using, mainly focusing NoSQL databases based on the data type and the data volume. We are using the NoSQL database and the Redis server. Here you can see the Redis server. With the Redis server, we are using as a caching, and for some applications we are using and implement as a queue as well. And we are familiar with Microsoft MS SQL and IBM DB2, Oracle 19, and MySQL as well. So, okay, so before looking into the DevOps tool and all, let's have a look some front-end technologies. Simply, we all know UI UX technologies. All right, guys. Actually, what is this UI UX? Anyone? Is there any difference between these two? Okay, so basically these two terms are UX, which means the user experience, and UI, which means the user interface. Both are focused on look and feel of the front-end application, be it a website or the mobile app or the post application or the ATM or whatever the thing. UI UX plays the big part of there. As you can see, UX generally focuses on the feel, the content, and the architecture and the user experience and the user flow as well. And also UI focus on the feel of the front end, look the colors, animations, and the visual designs as well. So these are the tools that we are using for the UI UX implementation. Apart from these technologies, there are some other significant front end tools we are using to create the attractive prototypes like Figma, Adobe XD, and Canva as well. Okay, these are the entire snapshot our company tools and the technologies. You can see here the DevOps we are strictly following the DevOps concept, and for the planning purpose, we are using the Jira for the project plan and the issue tracking. For the collaboration tool, we are using the Microsoft Teams as well. And for the code management system, we are using Subversion for a few projects, and Git vendors are there, GitLab, Bitbucket, and GitHubs are there. For the building tool, we are using the Maven, Gradle, and Nexus as well. You know the Nexus, how it works and all. And for the testing tool, we are using the JUnit and Selenium TestNG. For the static code analysis, we are using the SonarQube. For the load balancing testing, we are using Apache JMeter. And for the mock, that means the creating the fake object, and for the testing purpose, we are using the Mockito. For the distributed latency tracing, we are using Zipkin for the microservice projects, and collecting logs and visualization, we are using ELK stack and file beats and some other beats for collecting the metrics of software servers, and Grafana, Prometheus, we are collecting and visualizing the metrics as well. Here we are using the operational, in the sense we are using the Redis server as a caching and the queue as well. The liquid base, we are using tracking and monitoring database changes, and we can get the single snapshot of the database by using liquid base. For the advanced message queue protocol to passing the messages in between the modules, we are using Kafka, RabbitMQ, and some other queues as well. For the Docker, what is Docker? Any idea? Yes, imagine Docker is a lightweight virtual machine. We can containerize our applications with Docker, with all the dependencies that require to run the application with the Docker. So the Kubernetes, we are using the container orchestration. It scale up and scale down based on the workload. And we are using so many projects which are deployed in the AWS. We are familiar with the EC2 instance, S3 buckets, and serverless technology like Lambda and CloudWatch and everything we are familiar with. So I really hope you all enjoy knowing about these technologies, and which are like these basic building blocks of our well-engineered products. And also, obviously, I can assure you all that you can get some amazing hands-on experience if you guys could join with us. And also you can get the experience how we are doing the engineering with efficiently and productively. Thank you.